Day 3 started out with a pretty spectacular sunrise as we woke up in the shelter. The first picture kind of showed some of that, but just a great start to the day. Um, Packed up pretty quick that morning and got out because it was going to be a big day. Um, First shelter was just a little under 5 miles away, which was Storied Spring Shelter. Got water when I got there, and then the next shelter was actually, and this is one of the longest hikes between shelter, is like 10.6 miles away, was Stratton Pond. But the Stratton Pond shelter is a beautiful shelter, brand new shelter, and you're right next to one of the largest ponds on the LT. But as you can see, started out in the morning. Everything's still pretty wet from the night before rain, but a little bit of fog and stuff like that, but it burns off later in the day because it turned out to be just an absolutely beautiful day to hike and stuff. The only issues you had was the typical Vermont mud, which the Long Trail is known for. One of the nicknames for Vermont is Vermud, and it definitely lives up to its reputation when it comes to the trail getting muddy after it rains. So you'll see some footage of that. But at this point, I'm hiking towards Storied Springs, and then from there we'll be going up over Stratton. So turned out to be just a wonderful day. As you can see from my footage here, the trail was just really super nice, and the views were incredible as I kept hiking along. I passed by several beaver ponds, which I actually got to see some beavers in and stuff like that. There was all kinds of birds out and about, and the woods were definitely pretty alive that morning. with the sun coming out and kind of warming the day and stuff, especially after the day before where it just poured all day long for the most part. So it just turned out to be a beautiful day, and heading towards Stratton Mountain, it just seemed like it got nicer and nicer as I kept getting closer to the mountain and hiking up it. So just turned out to be a beautiful day. So here are the views from Stratton Mountain Fire Tower. As you can see, it's just incredible. I didn't film much going up Stratton Mountain because it was just so steep. The Vermont Long Trail, because of how old it is, they really don't believe in switchbacks, so it is literally straight up over the mountain and straight down. And as you can see, I'm starting to talk in this section of video, and I'm showing another one of the streams that you cross over on a lot of the little bridges and stuff like that are built. So I mean, the Green Mountain Club did a spectacular job building all the bridges and stuff that cross over the streams. It's really, really neat in a lot of spots, but it was just really great. Up on top of Stratton, I met some southbound Appalachian Trail hikers and sat and kind of ate lunch with them on top of the mountain. And then after coming down the mountain, then I'm heading towards Stratton Pond Shelter. And when I got to Stratton Pond Shelter, I was going to call it a day, but it was one of those things where I was kind of like, well, do I want to have to hike that much further into Manchester, because I was going to go to Manchester the following day for resupply and then get back on trail. So I got to Stratton Pond a little late, and then decided to keep on going to William Douglas Shelter, which was another 5.5 miles away. So I definitely got in late that evening.